Tonight, Trump's tax returns are now in the hands of House Democrats on the Ways and Means Committee. Look, this is a huge step. It was a years-long battle to get these tax returns, right, that no one's ever seen. They cover 6 years of former President Trump's taxes, information about his personal finances, his corporate entities. This is crucial stuff. And out front now is the Democratic Congressman Lloyd Doggett, the member of the House Ways and Means Committee, who our viewers know has been talking to us about this. Congressman, I spoke with you the night that the Supreme Court gave you the green light, finally clearing the way for your committee to get Trump's taxes. Here we are 10 days later. Your committee's got them in hand. What is the committee doing with them right now?
Well, Aaron, finally, after making the motion in February of 2017, almost 5 years ago, the Ways and Means chairman has access to those returns, to some of the returns that I was seeking at that time. We had a meeting yesterday. He explained the process. He indicated that he did have access to them, that he had appointed some staff individuals, his agents, to go through the returns. I believe that is occurring right now. It needs to occur very expeditiously because we know we have only a few days left in which Democrats would be in charge of this. And we know how much obstruction, 2 years from congressional Republicans, and then this case sat for 2.5 years with a Trump-appointed judge. So finally we have it. We need to then meet in executive session to hear what these individuals who've been reviewing the returns find and make a determination about how much, if at all, is made public.
All right, so I want to ask you about the public part of this, but first, when you say only a few days, obviously January 3rd, right, is when the gavel switches over. So,
exactly.
And not many of those days are in session. But when we spoke, you had said you were willing to have this go around the clock, work on the weekends, work 14 hours a day, whatever it took. Is that happening?
I'm hopeful that it is. We've been provided as members of the committee very few details about how this exploration is occurring. But I think from talking with Chairman Neal, while he's very prudent about following the law and protecting privacy here, he knows how urgent this is, and that come January 3rd, he will no longer be chair, unfortunately, of the committee, and that the work has to be done before that. And I think he recognizes the responsibility to the public and to our committee to come up with an answer. So I feel we'll have, whether in person or by Zoom, a meeting of our committee in executive private session. There we will determine what to do with the outcome. It is best to look and get the results, but the more I learn about this case, the more I'm convinced that at this late moment, we really do need to make all or a substantial portion of this available to the public.
So then that gets me exactly what I wanted to ask you. So how does that happen? Because obviously you can do what you can do. If you can't finish it or come to conclusions, right, the best way to get it to have it not disappear, which it will, right, if Republicans take over the committee and it stays in committee, is to put it in the public eye. Is that going to happen?
Well, you're exactly right, because all of the Republicans who are talking about being on the Ways and Means Committee chairmanship have already worked to obstruct our access to this and have made clear they want to have nothing to do with this beginning on January 3rd. The way it could occur is in an executive private session, we decide to report this to the House and attach some or all of the returns or return information to that report. Thereby it could become public. It will take a vote of our committee.
But you could do that by January 3rd?
Yes, we could.
All right. Thank you very much, Congressman Doggett. I appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you very much, Aaron.